Faith Evans has to pay Stevie J $1 billion. What? It's not $1 billion. Well, that's what I read on. That wasn't a real story. Anyway, Faith Evans lost. She tried to fight with Stevie J, and he won. The good guy, as he likes to call himself, has won his spousal support case. It's not $1 billion or anything, as far as I know, but she does have to pay up. Make sure you click thumbs up while you're listening, subscribe, and choose all notifications. If you think that she should pay him, say pay him. If you think that he should pay her, say pay her. If you don't know, say I don't know. If you don't care, say I don't care. If you don't care why you're here, say I don't care, I'm going to cuss you out. Also, if you think that nobody should pay nobody, no one should be paying anyone, please say no one in the comment section, and that way I'll know which side you're on, rather whose side you're on, I guess I should say. But yeah, she lost the spousal support case. She has to pay him. And I think that this is just insane, because it's like, come on now. And for the record, the paperwork has not come out yet, because Radar Online, thank you Radar Online, they talked about it, and they said, you know, basically it hasn't come out yet, but here's what's known. Okay, this isn't any allegedly. This is what's known. They got it all figured out. Like the divorce, it's done. Their relationship, it's over for real. And this is after he has said that he was going to win her back. He was going to be back with her. Remember the good guy, Stevie, you got to rub your hands together and make the rat face and all of that. So he was like, look, I'm going to get her back, blah, blah, blah. He was talking all this big stuff. You know how Stevie J talks. He's like Trump or something. You know, he's like, it's going to be very monumentous. I'm going to have her and that big light skinned booty back in my life in no time. But it didn't work out like that. So basically, some of the information did kind of leak out a little bit so far. So they covered spousal support, attorney fees and stuff like that in the documentation, which makes sense that that type of stuff would be discussed. But it looks like as if she's having to pay him, which makes sense because she had more money than him, right? But it gets crazier because I'm going to read this. This is a quote, and MSN had reposted some of the Radar Online article, and they said, quote, the finally noted, quote, there are irreconcilable differences that have led to the irredeemable breakdown of the marriage or domestic partnership, and there is no possibility of saving the marriage or domestic partnership through counseling or other means, end quote. Now, here's where it gets nasty. First of all, Stevie is the one that filed for divorce back in November of 2021, so almost 2 years ago. This is after 3 years of marriage. He said that he did not want to sign a prenuptial agreement. I mean, Stevie J, was he thinking ahead or what? And I guess this is back then in 2021. In his petition, according to MSN, he wanted her to pay a monthly spousal support payment. And she was like, no, in so many words. And then basically the case dragged on for the last 2 years. And then Stevie J basically begged her to take him back, apologize to her. Remember, he was like, I'm so sorry, I disrespected you and all that. As a matter of fact, they have the exact quote here. Quote, he said, quote, Faith Renee Jordan, I've hurt you, disrespected you, and humiliated you in front of the world, to say the least. From this day forward, I promise to listen to your feelings and be more delicate with your heart, end quote. Okay, Stevie. Now listen closely to this. I'm going to read this verbatim from the website. As RadarOnline.com first reported in April, the divorce turned nasty. Let me bring it back for a second. Remember on Love and Hip Hop, when Stevie J was always walking and getting rides from Benzino? If you remember, say I remember. If you don't remember, say I don't. That'll let me know. But some of y'all watch the show and you know what I'm talking about. Listen closely to this. This is a mess. Stevie, you know you ain't about nothing, brother, for this. I love you, Stevie, but come on now. As RadarOnline.com first reported in April, the divorce turned nasty after Faith accused Stevie of taking her 2023 Mercedes Sprinter van from her home while she was sleeping without permission. She pleaded with the judge to issue an order instructing Stevie to turn over the car immediately. So she purchased this car for $165,000 cash. $165,000, y'all. That's a house down south, depending on where you live. If you live, anyways. She said that Stevie was not covered on her insurance, rather by her insurance. And he was driving on a suspended license, allegedly. And I quote, "The insurance policy does not cover Stevie and he is unauthorized to drive," end quote, the motion read. Stevie publicly denied the claim. So, okay, this is all alleged then. This is all allegedly. A couple of days later, the couple informed the court the issue had been, quote, resolved. But, okay, so does he get to keep the Sprinter van? And of course, Stevie would have to deny that. He doesn't want to go to jail for, committing a crime, driving around with a suspended license and whatnot. He can't be in court saying that. Anyways, so let me know you made it until the end of the video. The secret password to say in the comment section is a big mess. Why a big mess? Because that's what this whole situation was. I knew when I saw Stevie J with Faith Evans that it was going to... Listen, Stevie J produced multiple songs on Life After Death for Biggie Smalls. That was his album that came out like right after he passed away. Or was it right before? Because Biggie passed away March 9th of 1997. And what day? Let me look up when Life After Death came out. I gotta tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell you what songs he made. Okay. According to Wikipedia, it was actually March 25th that the album came out. But anyways, so the album comes out, right? Stevie J posted a bunch of songs on there. Maybe I shouldn't say a bunch of songs on there. Hell, Stevie even had production credits on the intro to the album. But anyways, Stevie J did Last Days featuring The Lox. We're just starting on CD 1. He did Ninjas Bleed. Yes, he did that beat too. And then when you go on to CD 2, he did Notorious Thugs. He did another featuring Lil' Kim. So Notorious Thugs featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony. Another featuring Lil' Kim. And he also did Player Hater. So he did 5 songs on there, on that double album. And for the record, he did Diddy's first single off his album No Way Out, Victory. He did that one as well, if I'm not mistaken. So Stevie J is a legend for sure. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about it below. Make sure you click thumbs up, subscribe, and choose all notifications. How do you go from producing hit records for Big to then marrying Big's widow? But that was your man's. Like, that's crazy, Stevie. I mean, you call yourself the good guy, but I don't know if you're the good guy or the bad guy sometimes doing stuff like that, Stevie. You're an interesting friend to have. I mean, with friends like Stevie, who needs enemies? I mean, when will people learn? Stevie J, listen, I love Stevie J because he's charismatic. He's an interesting personality. He's extremely talented, multi-talented singer, songwriter, music producer, guitarist. He plays piano. I think he plays drums too. Dude is brilliant. But I mean, he really thinks with his thing, Anyways, I gotta go. Whose life are you gonna ruin next, Stevie? Allegedly. Who you gonna ruin next? Allegedly, Stevie. Sweet Lord. All right, y'all. I gotta.